figure out my go live settings today, so it is just fine. We are just gonna go for it and jump on in. Hello and welcome. My name is Alicia. I am Glam Dragon Nails, and tonight, this evening, I am finishing up this set of nails that I have started for my sister-in-law, and she is somebody that I love and care about very much, and nobody knows I'm going live today, so it might take a minute for anybody to pop in here, but that is just fine with me. I figured I just need to get it done, right? Get it done, move on. There we go. Let's let there be light. So let me just share this out real quick. Hopefully, oh, there's somebody. Hello, Kels. How you doing, pretty lady? Okay, she saw me. Woohoo! I got one person. I got one person. All right, enough of that nonsense. All right. Let me live now. Okay. Well, then that works for me. I just need to get some gloves because it is time to make nail art. And everyone's always on me for wearing my gloves, so tonight, just for you, I will do it. Also, my natural nails are naked and ugly and not so pretty right now because I have stripped them down and I need to put on some Halloween Mickey nails because I'm going to Disney next week with family and I'm going to visit. So, you know, gotta have some fun nails for that, of course. Oh, hello, Lori. I got two people. Woo-woo. Look at me, I'm all fancy. Funny enough, I am going to be making some fancy bottom nails. So that is just perfect. I've got one hand here. Let me get my other hand going. If you are just popping in, please make sure to like and subscribe. Share out the live if you would like. I do appreciate you and your support. All right, so, whew, excuse me, sorry. I do have my little puppy taking a nap over here, so if you hear any, he just looked at me. Hi, Coda. If you hear any dogs or anything suspicious, that's what it is. Don't worry, it is all good. Well, thank you, Cows. I love you, lady. Okay, oops. So these are a set of nails that I am making for my sister-in-law, who I love and adore. And you just saw the difference between the magnetized nail stands from Cat Prince and the ones that do not have magnets. So I'm not going to tip those over. But she does love a more neutral palette, and I thought, let's jazz it up and make it fun. So this is a Sunset Nails. I'm going to hold these down so I don't drop them. No yawning. Okay, I won't yawn. So I've got these nails here. They are so many layers in here, but they are beautiful, and I can't wait for her to see them. And of course, you know they glow in the dark too. And because this is me, they are also fancy bottom nails. So the bottom has sparkles. Blue is her favorite color. And there are more glow-in-the-dark things on the bottom. I've got glow-in-the-dark, well, I can't see on that one as much, but I have glow-in-the-dark hearts on the bottom of each one. So that will pop out, and you will see them too. One hand in my pocket. Okay, I will try not to yawn. Oh, man. Fancy buns, yep. That's what I should have called them. Hello, the emerald tip. Is that Evelyn? Fancy buns, yes. Fancy buns, fancy bottoms. Please make sure to like as well. Okay, so I've got these two here, and I have left them at the beginning of the process just so you can see how I go through them. And I have utilized a nail sticker, of course, and then with my La Catrina Nails Texas La Llorona, I have painted some glow-in-the-dark hearts and some glow-in-the-dark messages. That's your alter ego? Oh, okay. And I love using the La Llorona to put little messages on the bottom of nails. Oh, no, I don't think it's gonna... Well, it's not working for me right now, but I did put XOXO and I put a big heart on that one, so she'll see that on her nails when we look at them. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Josie. I appreciate that very much. I am fairly shy about sharing stuff. I don't share nearly as much as I should, so I have a lot of nail art, just haven't shown everyone. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just slide these over, and as you can see, I have tons of stuff in front of me as a nail artist, and as an artist in general. That's usually how it runs. I've got all these things in front of me because I want to have any color I could possibly want in front of me when I'm creating. This was my tester nail. So this is the one I just did just to see if it would even work and give it a shot. And I loved it. And of course, Fancy Bottom as well. Oh, you've seen on my page. Oh, thank you, Josie. I appreciate it. Yeah, I need to. I have a lot of lovely folks that have been telling me I need to post more, so that is my goal, is to do such. But there you go. So this was my tester nail, and more often than not, I will do a tester nail just to make sure that all the colors that I want to use actually work, because if there's something that needs to change, I'd rather do it here on a test than on the actual nails that I've already buffed and prepped and primed, and that is a pain in the tuchus. So all right, so I've got these two here, and this one, of course, I put some lips because I have to, and I put a little glow-in-the-dark heart on that one too. And then I already showed you I've got a glow-in-the-dark heart and then XOXO. And the thing about when you do Fancy Bottom, so I always paint my Fancy Bottom is the bottom layer. Hello, Mark. Hello, Weatherman. Thank you for thank you for that message and approval. But I always paint everything on the bottom. So if you want something to be seen from the other side, if you're going to put words or certain orientation, you need to make sure you are painting upside down and backwards so that when you flip it over, it's the right way. So it does take a little work, but it's worth it to get it right. So you definitely want to make sure you're doing it like that. All right, so the first layer we are doing for this on our Fancy Bottoms is La Catarina Nails Texas. This is water. This is from her Elements collection, and it is a really pretty hollow blue. It's just a glitter, but it's a very pretty glitter, and blue happens to be my sister-in-law's favorite color, so blue it is. And I am keeping these thin layers, but I want to make sure that every bit is covered. And I also I'm sorry, I've got like a frog in my throat. But there's so many ways you can have looks, you know, there's so many different things you can do. If I wanted to make it solid, you know, I could paint a solid color behind the blue, or on top of the blue in this case. But what I decided for this set is that I am going to let the next layer pop through, so you'll see in a sec. But I like it. So I'm just doing the one layer of the blue glitter. It's hollow, of course. Crack that in the lamp. Hi, Sugar. Hi, Lolly. Thank you so much for popping in. Oh, I see a Sandra. Oh, hi, Sandra. Hello, pretty lady. I know, I didn't tell anybody. I just felt like going live on a whim because I need to finish this set of nails, and I need to do some things that I have for Pretty Fingers by Robin. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go live and finish this set. And I'm really bad at showing everybody my nail art, so this is a surprise. And you get to see how my spicy brain works in action live. Generally, I do a lot of the like the lip smacking nail collabs. I do a lot of other stuff. It's just that I am always doing so many other things, and my brain is in other places. I don't edit things like I should and post. So I have a lot of photos, a lot of documentation, just really poopy when it comes to doing my editing. So there we go. Come through and pull it out. Thank you, sugar. Yeah, lives make for no editing. Yeah. Whoops. I like lives. I like videos too, but it's just just getting through it. If you've just popped in, these are the nails. This is the set that I have already started, and I am completing the last 2 nails in this set. This is for my sister-in-law, and I can't wait to give them to her. I've got chrome, I've got cat eye, I have charms and glitter, like all kinds of things. So glow in the dark, there is glow in the dark on those too. So I will show you the glow once I'm done. All right, and this next color layer, oh, no problem, Lori. I'll be driving. Oh, well, drive safe, sugar. Thumb and the pointer on the other hand. Ah, yes, thank you, yes. They're so pretty. So this color is going to surprise those of you who know me well, but it's called Burrito Sabanero. Ooh, yeah. Oh, yeah, look. And look at that. It's like a Tootsie Roll chocolate. I actually like this brown. Yes, I have been slowly easing over to the dark side. I've been feeling like more oranges and yellows and browns lately. I don't know why, it just feels right. So there we are. But I'm going to go ahead. My next layer on this nail is going to be brown. And this is what I meant about generally you can paint 2 layers of the blue glitter if you want it to be more solid. Or if you want some other effect to come through, you can just let it be that one. And that, I decided on my test nail, see, this is why you do the test nail, I was like, you know what, it actually looks kind of cool and it adds some more dimension. So I am letting the brown show. Sorry, Cola, I thought you were paying attention to the conversation when I said I was going to do it. Surprise! Yeah, I decided to go live. What the heck? All right, look at, I mean, just look how smooth that is. It is just solid. It's settled. I love it. Oh, I missed a spot back there. Did you just call me? You just watched your car. Would you call me a heifer? Cola's a little sad I didn't tell her I was going live, so she's giving me the what for, but that's okay. We still love her. There we go. And I mean, look how thin that is too, right? Like thin layers. This is what you want. You want nice thin layers. And I am making sure that I, clean off the brush enough because I want to cap the edges. And this is something else that you need to be aware of when you are doing anything that could particularly have a fancy bottom, where you are creating multiple layers of art. You want the edge capped, but then you need to just double check and make sure you didn't accidentally get a blob of paint anywhere on the bottom, right? There's no blobs, there's nothing I need to clean up. So that's good, because if you end up with something on the bottom, it'll ruin the look, and well, you'll have to come back later and try to scrape it off, and that's a pain in the tuchus. I see one blue dot there, so, and I would just like to, point out this whole time I am just moving this around and it's settled and doing well. So yeah, this is a really pretty brown. Definitely like a really good milk chocolate. All right, let's get that one going. Here's our second one. Well, I'm just trying to like glance at the chat, and there's all kinds of shenanigans going on. Hi, Kelly. Thank you for popping in, love. I appreciate it. I am just wrapping up a really pretty set that I am making for my sister-in-law. Hi, Lena. Hey, beautiful ladies. I appreciate you all popping in. This was a spur of the moment decision. I did not plan this live out, but I had 2 more nails to go, and I figured if I just went live, I could just show you what I did and be done and move on to my next project, because I'm going to go on vacation very soon for a week and I need to get some stuff out. I've making some quick sets of nails for my sister-in-law. She's such a sweetheart. I love her to pieces, and I made her some press-ons like 2 years ago, and she sent me a picture. She's like, I need you to make me nails. She's been wearing them for 2 years, and she lost one of the nails. So she said, I need you to make me a replacement. And I was like, oh, I don't even remember what polishes. Like, I might have an idea as to what polishes I used. I don't know. So I was like, you know what? I will just make you some new nails. But the fact that she's been wearing the nails I made for her 2 years ago, that's pretty freaking cool. And I love it. And she just keeps them in the case. And she wears them when she wants to, you know, have cute nails. And she takes them off and she takes care of them. I think she uses the sticky tabs when she puts them on. Yeah, 2 years. Yeah. 2 years. Oh, that's fine, Lena. I understand. Pop in and out when you gotta work. No problem. I'll try to keep you entertained. All right. There we go. Let me just check my bottom. Oh, see right there? I got some brown. Oops. I got some brown on the side. So what I'm going to do is get a little swab here and make sure I get that off, because if I don't, like I said, you'll have to get it off later and it could be a problem, and it's just not as much fun. So definitely want to do any cleanup you can ahead of time. And I might go run and close my door. I had it open because the pups were popping in, but I can hear my honey walking around, so it might be time to go close it so y'all don't hear all the things going on in the house. There we go. Look how smooth and beautiful. Like, oh, this is La Katrina Nails, Texas. If you have not gone over to her site yet, go over there. If you use code GLAMDRAGON, you can get 10% off. She makes beautiful polishes. I have a poop ton of them right in front of me. And this one that I just used is Burrito Sabanero. And apparently I can't speak. I'm going to go close my door. Give me just a sec. You can hear me rattling around. Okay, and I'm just going to take a quick sip of my beverage as well. Today is sponsored by Pepsi. Yes, Pepsi is the drink of choice for the day. And who did I miss? Anybody? Oh, well, I just threw my Pepsi on the floor, so that was fun. Oh, no problem, Sandra. Thank you, love. Yes, everybody drive safe. And, you know, I'm just happy to have you here hanging out. All right. Mama Sue. Hello, Mama Sue. I think that's yes, 2 years. Yeah, she wore them for 2 years. I'll have to see if I can find. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone without revealing anything private. It was so sweet, though, when she was like, I need new nails. I was like, what? Oh, no. This is the set that I made for her 2 years ago. And it's so dark. Oh, you know what? Let me turn up my brightness on my phone, too. There we go. So this is the set that I made for her 2 years ago, and she has been wearing them ever since. And so that nail is gone. I'm thinking, if I'm looking at my patterns, it's this one. It's the one that matches that pattern. But yeah, I kind of know the colors. I kind of don't. That was a long time ago when, you know, I have lots of polishes and glitters. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to make her a new set. But I had a lot of fun making this set, too. Like, I individually placed little glitters, and I hand painted all the little details. So love it. This was fun, but it's time for a new set. But yeah, this is 2 years old, so it's been a while. Definitely need to start over. I'm sorry, let me pop back over in the chat. Oops. It went all the way back to the back. Oh, Cola, I missed you. I'm sorry, love. You know I love you. I did talk about though how you were talking poop towards me, so I did mention that. Oh yes. All right, so next step on this train that we've got a rolling. I've got these beautiful brown nails. Yep, they're brown and they're beautiful. This is Spellbinding Chrome Base. So I'm going to use this, and then on this set I decided to use my Vetsy. And where is it? Oops. It's called Dawn. Dawn was the color. So Vetsy Dawn. Of course I love you, Cola. Jeez Louise, chica. You know I be spicy. You can't rush the spice. Okay. Spellbinding Chrome Base. So I'm going to put this all over because this is going to be an all over. Oh, you know, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Woo, I'm glad I realized what I did before I did that. I've skipped a step. No chrome yet. Bad Alicia. Bad girl. This one. This is a Doi. It's the magnet number 2. This one is a Korean polish, and we need to make the oh, here we go. I need to make my cat eye design before I do the chrome. Ruh-roh. Oof. I would have had to do some last minute thinking to fix that, and that would have, I hate wasting nice products, so that would have sucked. But here we go. I'm just painting a very thin coat of the Doi. This Doi is a glass cat eye, and it's very pretty. Let me get back to the top. There we go. I'm just letting it settle a little bit, but there we go. Just want it nice. Make sure I don't have any floofs. No floofies. We do not like the floofies. Okay. The other thing that's harder for me, and why I usually don't show people how I paint nails, is that I paint with very close to my eyes. So it's hard sometimes. And let me just make sure. Poop is the color on those nails, needs pink. Well, Mama Sue, I am going to make her another set, but this is a Sunset Beach set. I'll show you in a second what it looks like, but this set does not, it'll have pink look, it'll look pink once I'm done with it. But there's just no actual pink in this one in particular. All right, and this one. Now, if you know me as well, you know that I will end up playing with these freaking magnets forever. So try not to make yourself crazy. Just get it in a design that you like. Come from the sides, and you can manipulate however. I do love my little Tootsie Cock magnet, but you know, I've dropped it a couple times. I busted it up, so I probably should replace it and use a different, but it's like, you know, Sugar has her Steve. I've got my good old Tootsie. I should give him a name though. I don't have one in particular. All right, and I'm just kind of oh, that's really cool. You can see I've gotten like the multiple layers of cat eye have popped out. Nice. And I'm trying to push it up just a little bit more to the center. I don't necessarily want it all over, but I am trying to push it up just a little bit. So it has a little bit of, you know, that center glowing ball of sparkle. Yes. pink good, poop bad. Well, let me tell you, have you ever eaten beets and have you juiced beets? Because if you drink some juiced beets, your pink will be poop. Your poop will be definitely be pink. And there you go. There you go, Mama Sue. Your pink and poop will match up. Because the first time I ever had some beets that I juiced, because I was trying to be healthy, and you know, beets are good for you. I think they taste like dirt. I went to the bathroom and was like, holy heck, what is going on? Because it matched the carpet. It matched my hot pink carpets, and I was a little disturbed. There we go. That's good. That's a pretty design, and I'm going to pop it in the light. Glowing balls are good. Yes, they are. All right. Watch with the crumb. Yes, Mama Sue, like, I don't know if you got to see before, but these are the finished nails, so I promise they will look very pretty. You wouldn't have even known that the brown was there if I didn't tell you. The glow at the bottom was beautiful. Ah, okay, yes. Oh yeah, just wait until I show you the glow as well. We do love a good pretty glow. Now, since you are all hanging out with me, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Please make sure you hit the like, subscribe if you haven't. And I decided, so I did this set where I completed almost all of the nails, but I left 2 open to show you my process with just the 2 nails. Are you liking it that way? Would you like to see me do all 10 nails, or are you okay with just seeing some of the process? I have a spicy brain and it's hard for me to focus and pay attention to things for a long time, so I try to be a little more efficient for other people as well. And I thought, you know, just showing you the process with 2 nails might be easier than sitting for hours with multiple nails, because I know, you know, it can be hard too for people. So let me know if you are happy with me doing just some of the nails in the process, then I can do that. If you want to see me do the entire process, you can let me know too, but I might just mix it up if, you know, I know some people prefer longer videos, but that magnet went flying. Yep, that's how strong it is. Because I also have, I added some ball magnets to the end in this one, so it's even stronger, and it's a metal stand that I have my phone on, and I have my bar magnet, and I have the round circle, so there's a lot going on my camera stand, phone stand, however you want to call it. And you'll notice that, like, when I switch my fingers with the magnet, I go around the far side. I don't go over it, because if you go over it, you will clear it out. And especially if you had a really cool design going, you don't want to kill it, and that would just make you cry. Or you can just flip the nail, right? It just depends on what you feel comfortable doing. Ah, thank you, Cola. Pink does not belong in the potty, just on the potty. Yes, I am trying to grow a little bit, and this is, you know, why I also have to get some more content out so I can, you know, start doing a little bit more with everybody. But I do have some super special treats to do for a giveaway. And trust me when, just trust and believe that I have some beautiful things that you will like once that I get to the point where I'm ready to do my giveaway. So maybe an Alabrijas set, a whole set of Alabrijas. And I also have a Korean cat eye set too that maybe I'll throw that. I don't know. We have to see. I have some beautiful, beautiful things to celebrate hitting another milestone, so I'm just waiting for it. And I think the reason why I'm also getting this extra magnet layer in here is because I have that chip on my magnet, so it's making weird shapes. But that's okay. Because, oh, just look at the way these move. They're so smooth. I love the Doi cat eyes. Doys are lolly and caviar beads. I remember that. You were hassling the poor boy. He was like, no more caviar beads. Now, I happen to love caviar beads in all shapes and colors, so. All right. That is enough. We've got it there to have a little bit of an effect. And cure that. Now, here we go. We've got this beauty here. And now we can do the, oh, your footage is 20 seconds behind. Oh, if you pause the video, Mama Sue, it'll usually have a little thing on the bottom corner that says skip to live. You want to do that. Or you can just, you know, hit the 10-second skip ahead video button, whatever works for you. And that was Doi Magneto 2. This one I got from Sweetie, I believe. All right, and now we are going to use the Spellbinding Chrome base. Ah, see, I got there. I don't need the magnet anymore, so let me put that away. Pumpkin caviar beads. Thank you, Cola. I appreciate you, love. Thank you for the 12 people, if my phone is correct. I've got 12 people hanging out with me. I appreciate you. All right, so a thin layer of Spellbinding Chrome base, and this is going to help it stick. Now, in the past, before I had this, I did use a non-stick or non-wipe top coat, and that can work too, but this is much easier and nicer. Hi, Christina. Thank you for popping in, love. No problem, sugar. Yes, drive safe. I care more about you driving safe than about me playing with nails. Okay, so I've got this good. I'm going to cure this for 30 seconds and bring it back. And this, all of that creaking you hear, that's my chair. So, I apologize, but creaky. You know, it just adds to the spooky ambiance, so why not? It's just so smooth on here. I just want to keep playing with it. All right. And so having the brown underneath that really pretty pastel pink cat eye, it just pumps up the back color, and it's going to make the chrome pop out even more, and it's going to be really pretty. All right, so I've got this one. Oh, you know what? If you have any lumpy bumpies, that's okay. Just try to go back over it. You can always file. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have any fuzzies, because, you know, the floofs like to infiltrate. And just double check. Nothing on the bottom. I didn't pay attention before, and I did get a little bit under there. So when I finish these, before I give them to her and I polish them up, I will clean out the bottom. Anything I messed up. So let me get that in. Oh, Katie. Hello, there's Katie. Welcome, pretty lady. Good to see you. Okay, and we are done now with the Spellbinding Chrome base. Don't need that anymore. Thank you for popping in. I hope you were all doing well today and feeling good, and that everything is as nice as it can be. So I hope you've had some good moments. All right, and now we've got the Vetsy. Da, 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 da. I love Chrome. I hate how little. I mean, yes, you don't need a lot, but I still hate how little you get. They're really frustrating. And there it is. This one, again, is called Dawn. It's from Betsy, but it's called Dawn. So if you were looking for it, I do have some chrome that's very similar to this that I've gotten from Temu and AliExpress. So sometimes you can get similar colors. You just have to look and have the patience. Like, look at that. It's really pretty. And I hate that, you know, all of that chrome has now burnished itself into the lid. And I'm taking I'm tapping it, you know, I'm just a little bit at a time. If I need more, I can always get more, but I would rather not waste it. Yes, Katie, she does. Yeah, Betsy does have really pretty chromes. I do love them. And look, Mama Sue, see, this is why brown didn't matter. And normally I like to use the whatchamacallit, you know, the thing, but I used it for pink last, and I don't want to waste that pink that's on there, so I'm going to use that pink for something else. So that's why I'm not using this one, and I'm using the little applicator this time. But generally I like to use the other brushes. Yeah, just a teensy bit more. Let's work it in. Make sure I'm getting all the edges. Yeah, the Who's Ma What's It. Y'all know what that is. The Who's Ma What's It. And here we go. Now, there are a few little lumpy bumpies I've seen in here that I have messed up. So if it's going to bother you, you can start a whole new nail and start all over. That is your prerogative. But I'm going to be adding enhancements to the top, so I'm not so concerned about that at the moment. All right, and there we go. Look at this, and I'm going to finish curing this a little bit longer. And I would like to point out as well, look how thin this is, right? Like, I still haven't clumped it up with gel. This is still a pretty thin nail, so how many layers do we have? The blue, the glow in the dark, the brown, the blooming gel, the cat eye. So we've already got at least 5 layers going too. So I'm going to cure this and then we'll brush off. All right. And this is before the cat eye, and we're about to start up. Get a little bit more. When I was putting this away last time after I had used it, I had some in the lid, and when I tipped it over, it was all over my finger. I wanted to cry. I tried to put as much back into the container as I could, but it was a very sad day. Alrighty. And I'm just making sure again that I'm covering every inch of this nail. And I really love what happens when you do the chrome over a cat eye. It's so pretty. I'll just really get that going. Oh wow, Lolly Kids in Georgia started 3 weeks ago. That's so sad. Whatever happened to getting like the full August off for summer, like June, July, August, like, guess I'm showing the age here, but I don't care. Yeah, I remember being younger, but then it seems like summer gets shorter and shorter. Mama Sue, no kids in school. I do not have kids in school either, but I do have 2 really cute puppies that like to watch the front of the house, and they were grumbling at the young man that was at the waiting for the bus across the street this morning. It was kind of cute. All right, so we've got this one. It looks good. I'm going to go ahead and cure this again. Make sure it is completely cured. Good to go. And then I'm going to take my little brush, give it a little brushy brush. And because I'm wearing my gloves, I'm going to just really make sure I got it all in. See, I got it on my, oh, I got my fingers. Let's get it all in. So it is completely covered. Look how pretty that is. Now this is actually where I was going to leave this at initially, but y'all know me, I can't leave simple well enough alone, so yeah, it ended up getting fancy. And to finish that kind of fancy, I've got all kinds of accoutrements and things. Like all of these things are things that I've been using on these nails. So get that one back. Space button. Ugh. Houdini to the rescue. Yes, some of the gals have very affectionately termed me as Nail Houdini because I always Houdini my nails. They're not simple. They're always complicated. Like a magician. Okay, so let's put some of those back. And what I need to do now, I don't want to ruin this beautiful bit that I've done. So I'm actually going to use, this is a base coat that's hand chow. This is one I got off Temu a while ago. I know they have other brands that have similar labels, but I love it. And I'm using what I have while I have it because I don't know that I'll be able to get it again, but I also use it for the chrome, so I'm being very gentle. And I'm not scraping the nail with it. I'm floating a whole bunch on there and just very gently going all over because I want to seal in the chrome, but I don't want to take off the chrome. And getting that in. There you go. It's like butter. It's just sliding hot melted butter on a skillet. There we go. And again, you know, it's still very thin, still very pretty. For that base. Cursive writing anymore. Yeah, a lot of places don't teach cursive. That's crazy. And coming up. For those of you who don't know, I briefly taught elementary school in the inner city of Baltimore. Baltimore City. Not Baltimore County, but the city. And there was a 4th grade teacher there. And she was a very elegant woman. She was Jamaican, I believe. And she wrote in beautiful cursive on the board. Everything she did was in cursive, and it was so pretty and so elegant. I was amazed by the fact that she still had it. But I know that a lot of schools don't teach anymore. Because I used to work at a bank, and having people sign their checks and stuff didn't always work. Okay, so I've got this. Here we've got our base coat on this one, and we can hear that again. There we go. See, thin layers. Keep them very thin so your nails don't get thick and clunky. Cluster or caviar beads. Oh, don't you worry, my love. There will be some caviar beads going on here. Now, here is part of my process. I move these out of the way. So I like my nails to be balanced. I don't want just random things plopped in random places. So even if I do a junk nail, I'm very particular about how I place things on the nail. So what I'm going to do is I'm looking at what I've already done, right? And I want some balance down here. So I had this thumbnail, you know, it had like a Frenchie with some extra stuff. So I did a Frenchie here with some extra stuff. Oh, and you know what? It just occurred to me. I forgot to put the shell lines on this one when I did it. I just did it solid, so I'm gonna have to do that. Darn it. But I've got, you know, some clusters up here, and then I have just a few tiny little things on the sides. So the two tiny ones, they're already down here. I've got my, I mixed it up. So over here, they're on the bottom, and here they're on the top. There's really no rhyme or reason. Like, you can just do whatever feels right to you. So I just do whatever feels right to me. I still need to do another full shell nail like this one and get all the colors on. Now this one was really hard for me. I'm really not good. Well, I'm still working on my shell line technique. The color was easy, but the top part wasn't as easy. And let me get my thumbnail so I can figure it out. Thank you, Lolly. Oh, thank you, Katie, as well. Okay, so I could do one of two things, and I can either do another cluster. You see how the top one here had a whole bunch of clustered? I can put that here, and then it will look like I just took the same set of 3 and just moved them down, and then put the shell all over the thumb. Or I can flip it and just do this one with the shell all over, and then this one will just have some more clusters on it. Oh, thank you, ladies. I appreciate you. And some of y'all have seen my book of nails, and some of y'all have not, but most of it. First option, so you think I should just mirror these 3 and put it down here. So this nail will have all the top clusters, and then this one will have the full nail, like the shell. I think that's what Katie said, and I think that's where I was leaning to be honest with you. I like the symmetry in that. And then it, you know, it kind of matches up here too, because it starts and ends with a full shell. Yeah. Okay, I'm with you too, love. All right, well, let's do the easy one first, right? Because this one will be much easier. So there's no rhyme or reason as to why I pick what I pick. I just pick things up. If it looks good, I like it, I go with it. Let me see if I can fix my lighting a little bit here. There we go. I had it too orangey and yellow. It was playing with my eyes. There we go. Now you can see it a little bit better. Sorry, everyone. I was like, why does it look like I'm... Well, it looked like a sunset, right? So I've got a shell, I've got a starfish, and just a whole bunch of pearls and random thingies. So that's what I'm going to do on this one. Yes, full circle, absolutely, number 1. Okay. All right, ladies, we are good. So I've got crazy top here. Now, Mama Sue, I know you've been wanting to learn clusters and stuff, and I should just do something completely different for you and other ladies and gents who want to know. But this is kind of in the step of making clusters. So this is my crazy top. Don't do what I did. I accidentally cured part of it, so that's okay. Because now I just use it as a wipe. I use it to wipe off things in the middle. And I'm just getting a little glob here. Now, not too much because this is a small nail, right? I don't want to overdo it. And, yeah, I'm going to do it at the cuticle line. I was thinking the other thing I could do is have it at the tip, like a Frenchie line, to do opposite of this one. But I think I would rather keep it at the cuticle line because my sister-in-law has 5 children that I adore, and I want them to be as protected as possible. So we're going to stick to the top. And it's a cure amount for helping you get the right amount, right? Yeah, I just wish I hadn't done that because That was an expensive oops, but that's okay. Live and learn. I think that's when I had like first gotten my crazy top and I didn't know any better. So, all right, you see I've just got a little glug here. You know, I thinned it out. I moved it to where I wanted it to be. And I'm going to start placing things on. Now, it's probably going to get a lot messier before it gets clean and finished. Don't worry about it. That's what wiping is for. You just wipe it off. So what I want to do first is pick out what's going on there. And I think this thumbnail has an open star. I think I'm going to put an open star on this one because I put a starfish here and I put a starfish there. So I think I'm going to do an open star. And I have these from a kit that I got. And where did I put mine? There it is. I was debating on putting, like from when I did the beach nails with blue rose crystal, like painting a beach, but these are smaller and I was trying to be expedient. So another time, but I do love the beach painting I did. So we'll do that for a different nail. Okay, and then I'm going to pick out the star that I want. There we go. And I think this one is, oops, a little bit bigger. So I might just give it a dunk in the crazy top to give it a little extra. Yeah, because I don't have enough that'll cover it. So I'm just going to go do, 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 do. Just like that. If you don't do the do-do-do's, it's just not going to work. It's just how it is. All right, I'm going to press this down. And like I said, remember, it's going to get messy, so that's okay. Hold on, I gotta get a wipey. And of course, you know, what do? You put it in your mouth. That end, not the part with gel. Do-do-do while you're swinging your pigtails. Yes, do-do-do. All right, and I've got that down. So you want to start, and you know what? Let me cover that. You get your anchor piece, right? You get the biggest piece that you want. And I think that star is big enough that I don't need to add another big piece to it. But what I want to do now is start pulling from all of the other things that I have, right? Because I want to match up little bubbles. And I picked out everything. Surprisingly, I had a lot of things in this colorway, even though I'm not a brown person. And I even had, if Sugar sees these later, I have these really small mocha gems, which are gorgeous. And actually, I am going to have to use another mocha gem because I have one of these. Eek! I have one of these mochas on this thumb. So I will use one of these mochas either on this nail or the other thumb. Let's see if I can put, oh, maybe I can put a heart. Let's see if I can put a small mocha heart on here. Let's just see. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. And because I have my glove on, I can just use my glove to grab it with my finger. And there's different color hearts, so I'm trying to get the lighter, not the darker brown one. The star is slightly curved to fit on the nail. I do have a little smushy roller that is meant to help you if you want to shape it, but this one is already shaped, so I didn't have to. There we go. That's what I wanted. Now watch, this will be too big, but hopefully it won't, because these are also teeny tiny gems. But obviously this one's too big. I'm not going to put that on that finger. I love big gems, but I also love teeny tiny ones. And you know what? This one fell off, but I think I'll use this on the thumb because it's also pretty. Or if that heart's too big, I can put it on this finger. All right, so next And here, Mama Sue, I'll show you this real quick. You can see, it is curved. It's not curved a whole bunch, but it is curved. So if I had to do it more, I could squish it. I'll have to find the thing and we can show you later because I don't have it easy at my hand. But it's usually like a little shaped, and you have like a rolling pin and you roll it in between and then it rolls it around to give it more of a curve. All right, well, let's see if I can pick up this heart and not drop it. Oh, it'll work. And what I've been trying to do, since the stars have curves and lines in them as well, is I've been nestling gems right up to it, right? Like it fits so perfectly tucked in there. Yes, you do need these, sugar. I believe I got them on the mocha gems on Temu forever ago. We'll have to find you some if they still have them. Okay, there we go. Now, the heart is a little more, like you can see, it's a little poofy. So I want to make sure I put some other things around it to kind of give it a little bit more stability. And I still like the way it is placed. This is a game of put the stuff and see where it goes. Because you might put something somewhere and not like it at all. So you just have to go with whatever your eyeballs tell you feels right. Let me take one of these. Now, because of the type of nail I'm doing as well, I am intentionally knowing I'm going to cover my gemstones. If you are wanting your gemstones to stay faceted and really shine, you do not cover them with gel at all. So I'm not worried about my little stripes of gel going on it because I'm going to paint over all of it. But it is a very conscious decision you have to make and decide upon for yourself. Hi, Karina. Hello, beautiful lady. Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you. So we've got heart, star, we've got a bump, and let's just get some more bumps in there going. And something I've learned, and for your sanity, if you take something out, immediately close it back up, especially if it's this teeny tiny gems, because you do not want teeny tiny gems and things falling and getting lost. So, and I'm going from big to small. I might, from time to time pull something small in too, but generally I will go from big to small as far as adding things. And a little bit of symmetry for this. I'll put one pearl over there, one pearl over here. And I am leaving some holes and gaps because I will be getting some caviar beads and filling them in. And you saw like the heart got pushed over, so you're constantly moving things around. You don't want to cure it in between because then you'd have to keep adding glue and it's a pain in the tuchus. So sometimes you're playing slide. I also have these really fine mica flakes from Nail Bio. And I'm using them in place of shell. And so I've got some teeny tiny pieces and I've just been popping them on to add a little bit of shell, a little bit of shimmer, because these are beach nails. It's a sunset beach, but it is a beach. So we want to add, we'll put one in the center of the star. Add a little sparkle. If it'll fit. If it won't, then I'll take it out, but we'll see how it does. All right. Come on. There we go. And yes, I talk to everything I do. Slightly crazy? Absolutely. Do I care? Not in the least. We're all mad here, and usually the best people are, right? We're all slightly mad. Okay, and I'm going to take I take what I can off the lid because I know that it's thin and it's already separated itself, but if I needed something else, I'll dig into the pot as well. Because this is a big cluster of stuff, I'm not trying to put too much of the shell, but I do want it there. And again, if you missed this part, but you know, I don't really have a plan. I'm just plopping things on. I should say it's semi-planned because I do have an idea. Seeing that heart keeps creeping up, so you have to keep moving the heart around. And just move things to where they feel right. All right. So I've got some shell, and you can, hopefully you can see where the shell is. You know, it just adds a hint of extra layer of shimmer. If you didn't have shell, but you wanted to add some sort of shimmer, you could put glitter. If you had an ultrafine Aurora glitter, like the Hex glitter, you could put something like that on it and it would take the place of having shell pieces. And because this is, you know, my workstation, look, I already had a bead run off, so we're gonna start with the caviar beads now and be very, 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 very careful. This was a set of wheels that I got, I believe, from Temu forever ago, and I have them in multiple colors. And I love it, but you need to be so careful with this because if you bop it wrong, then you're going to be very sad. And I just stick my dotting tool in because I've been using it with the glue, so it already has a little bit of sticky to it. And I'm going to start placing now. And you can kind of see, so with the caviar beads, you want them to be the right size to match what you're doing. Because you don't want it to stick out too far on its own. You need it to be nestled in. Because if you leave it hanging on, if you leave your balls hanging out, they'll just get flicked and knocked off. Ooh, I'm on the big screen at Karina's house. Woo woo. Can I also just say it still weirds me out, and it's just kind of like, what? Like the fact that I can turn on a TV and see myself on a TV from YouTube, I'm just like, what? No way. It's just surreal, I guess. It's very surreal. Because, you know, most of you know, but some of you, if you don't, I was never going to do nails with anybody or show anybody. I just, it was just for me. And nails I shared with family. I never wanted a YouTube channel. I never wanted to talk because I thought my voice was terrible. And I was never going to show my face or do anything. And well, that's all gone out the window at this point. So sometimes you just do things and you just go with it. Get some more balls. And I might need to get the smaller balls now. And let's see if I can put one in the star. Yeah, there we go. And this is, Mama Sue, how you start to cluster things up together. Because you want them all to fit in the nooks and crannies. And how they fit, that's up to you. It's completely up to your preference. Generally, I like to nestle things so I don't put anything too big hanging out on its own. But sometimes it will happen. And if I didn't like one of these, I could easily take it off and just replace it and put it, something else instead. You guys, you gals can see I use the smallest ones the most. I'm gonna have to buy some replacement ones soon. And they are easily movable. My dotting tool works great for me. If you like using something else instead, by all means, use whatever feels right for you. And then one down here. And so it's starting to slide down a little bit. The whole design's sliding a little bit. So I'm going to push it up. I want to make sure though, when you push things up, make sure that it doesn't hang over the edge, because right, it'll ruin the design. It'll poke somebody, it'll hang off the edge. You don't want anything hanging off the edge unless it's like a dangle charm, right? If we don't like any dangly, no dangly bits. You don't want the dangly bits. No dangly balls. Okay. And here we go. And I think we are just about done with this one because it's starting to look like it's fairly complete. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll go back to what I did before just to keep myself in check, especially if I am making a complete set and I want to make sure that they do match up. Because I have a bigger gem piece and a bigger star. Here I had the shell and the little star, but I had more small gems. I feel like I need something else here on the edge. And I'm turning my heart, I turned my heart again, so it's just nesting in the little crook of the star. Oops, I dropped my balls. I dropped my ball, but that's okay because it was a bigger one. I was thinking about moving it anyway. There we go. Like this one, see, it's a little big for that hole. I want, there we go, something smaller. I don't want big balls. Not there, at least. And I might, there we go. Oh, there we go. See, sometimes you have to just move things around and just keep playing with them until it works out right. Mesmerizing to watch? Aw, thanks, Kels. Well, if I get back to doing my other stuff, I will have some stories to tell all of you, and you can just turn on like my swatching videos and listen to stories and the dulcet tones of Alicia, Glam Dragon Nails. As we swatch the evening away, tuck into your favorite bed, grab a blankie, a cup of cocoa, and enjoy the visual exploration of polish. Now when I do nightcap nails, God, I haven't done nightcap nails in forever because I've been trying to go to sleep at regular hours like a normal person. That's when I have the naughty stories. Or like, you know, it's a little more risque, I should say, because it's late at night. Right when the balls are too big for the holes, it just doesn't work. And if you will see here, I'll see. It's moving, right? The star is curved, so you have to move it around until it's sitting and everything around it is, because if it's not, you see there's a hole there, right? We don't want that hole. We want it to be as flat as possible on the nail. And you can curve it more if you need to, but since I'm filling it in with beads and things, it's fine. See, much better. Now it's flattened again, so I need to push this back over. Push this in, push that in. And I need something else here, so I am going to get, like this, there's a hole. Fill that gap. Is this the gap you're talking about? I'll do the smaller size of those. Yeah, sorry, Ange. No heads up. This was just a spur of the moment. It just happened. It just happened. It was like, yeah, I'm just going to do it. And it did. But thank you for popping in, pretty lady. Yeah, I'm gonna double it up. I grabbed 2. Pop-up live. Yeah, it is a pop-up live. Who said that? Lolly. Yes, Lolly, it is a pop-up live. Perfect. And, well, see, and it's probably best I didn't tell you. I used brown. I did. There is brown on here. But I also used pretty things. So, things that you would approve of. I need a little bit more crazy top, so. I'm gonna put that here. Oh, got a little too much. Because I need this to have, those are curved and hollow, so I need something for it to hold on to so it'll stay on the nail. And don't worry about, like I said, it's gonna get messy. Don't worry about the messiness. It's gonna get wiped off and cleaned. What I'm caring about is, this is kind of looking like a mermaid princess type crown tiara. Okay, I'm gonna put one little thing there, and I think I'm done, right? Hi, Lena. No, you're fine. Doing good. All right, Kels, did I fill the gap that you were complaining about? Like, I'm not sure what you were mad about. What did I do to offend you? And also be careful, because if you poke and prod too much, you're going to end up in the position that I just put myself in, and I accidentally went too far. So now I need to fix it. Yes, it's all filled. Okay. All right, cool. No, I just need to fix the mess that I made when I pushed it too far. And then I just need to cure this mofo before I break it again. This is probably going to happen, Mama Sue. If this happens when you're, making your clusters and stuff, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Now, am I saying I've never been peed off and wanted to throw something across the room? Absolutely not. That happens all the time. But you just gotta roll with it. So it is what it is. Now, when I'm doing something very precise and I need it to be perfectly matched, then I will be a little more peeved off. Okay, move this. But it's sparkly brown. Yes. Well, the brown got covered with cat eye and chrome, so. Mother chucker. Okay. I am getting slightly annoyed because I want this to be done, and I don't know what I did to the star that I jacked it up so badly. There we go. And again, I need it to be as flat as possible because my sister-in-law, with her very long, luscious hair and her 5 children, I need to make sure this is as flat and sealed as possible, so it's not gonna interrupt her daily life. Okay. All right, we're good. And there's one little split here. I just want to put something sparkly in the slit. There we go. Hi, UK Linda. Hello, beautiful lady. I think I'm gonna use a gem. I need to get see, even as tiny as those were, oh, it's almost too big, but that's okay. Okay. Is it good? Do I need to fix anything else? Change anything else? Let me know. Do you see something I missed? Hello. Yes, besties over the seas. Hi, Linda. I hope you're doing well, lovely lady. I'm okay as well. I got your money today. I got money today from some of you lovelies. Thank you for your Ellison Spooks and Sparkle Spooky Box. Oh no, I'm almost done. Kel's almost. Well, the other one will be longer, but. So there is some extra glue here. I'm going to kind of scrape it off with my dotting tool, but the thing is, I don't want any of those extra lines now. I debated earlier on making, wavy lines. Cover it up. Don't let it go. But I didn't want that. I wanted a smoother look for the nails. So what I'm going to do now, I've got a wipey. I've got my alcohol. I'm going to... Thank you, Christina. Just come here and wipe off all of that extra glue and stuff I don't need. So just be careful when you're wiping it off and that you don't accidentally zhuzh the design and then muck it up and then have to fix it all over again. So I will use the wipe. I will use, the little swabbies, whatever I need to make sure I've got it cleaned up as much as possible. This is why I said don't worry about the, it getting messy. There we go. All right, I'm gonna put this in the puppy in the la lampada and I'm gonna cook it. We're cooking. Okay. No more touchy. No more touchy. All right, so, and this was the original one. For those of you that have just popped in, this is a set that I'm working on for my sister-in-law because I'm going to see her very soon. And these are her colors for sure. It's a sunset beach, and I kind of really like it. So this is the next one. We're going to match this one to this nail. So we've got a few more things to do. It's going to be a little different. And before I start on that, I'm going to clean up my little pile of stuff because I do not want gems and things all over the place because these are little tiny things that make you cry. And I pulled out some of the more expensive things too, so I'd rather they not get knocked and fall on the floor. Thank you. Yes, they are shiny. And what I will do when I'm done with everything, normally I have it next to me, but I've got the little, it looks like an eyeglass wipe. Oh, haha. This was in the last box. It looks like an eyeglass wipe, but it's to polish your nails. So I'm going to use that to polish them up. Like, I will make them super pretty and polish them before I box them up for her too. Okay, so for this nail, let me close the crazy top because we don't need that right now. This is the palette I've been working off of. And I need to make, right, the shell, the beachy, we need the lines underneath to make the patterns. Now the nice thing about gel polish is it doesn't dry up all the way, but if some of this is too dry, I will just have to put some more, and that is fine. So we've got this nail here. And there's no rhyme or reason, again, to how I choose to start with my lines, but I'm going to start layering them on the nail. And you just want to make sure you have a good variation in alternating colors and lines, textures. And I think I'm going to have to pull out some more white and some more colors too. Yeah. I have a very large assortment of La Catrina Nails Texas polishes and a few other brands as well, so mostly La Catrina though, but you know, use whatever you've got, use what works for you. I do need, where's my La Llorona? If you ever buy anything from Monica, you want La Llorona. Now she told me that it was like a must-have, and I didn't disbelieve her, but I just didn't realize how much I needed that polish. Okay, and I think I still have enough of the other ones that I can mix in. I just needed more of those. And this is a shell. If you haven't seen a seashell before, like in person, definitely just, you know, Google. There's tons of pictures online and a lot of creators that make these types of nail designs, so you will definitely find a way to get it done the way you want. And I'll just use this towel. I'll wipe in between. So you want to layer the colors. I love the glow in the dark, so I'm going to put it down as one of the first layers so I can get at least 1 or 2 layers in and have it pull throughout. Because what I'm doing now is putting some layers of color, and then we are going to pull through them to make the lines. And I will explain that in a second, and I'll show you. It's okay if they touch. They're going to touch eventually. Not a problem. And try not to put, like, you need enough polish on here that it'll be loose, but you try not to put too much, because then you'll have to keep wiping off all the excess, and it can be a kind of a pain. All right, and then I also like to mix in cat eyes, because those are effects that you can play with and have fun. And this is another one from La Catrina. This is one that I don't actually have on the nail, but it complemented the colorway, so I put it in for a pop of berry, which, you know, seashells are like that. There's always, you know, some random colors and things. There we go. Oh, my TT Jenny just sent me a message. She said awesome, and sent me the live thumbnail. So hi, if she clicked on it, I don't know, but hi TT. All right, and that color, and let's put in a nudie. I didn't mean to go all the way around the circle. I meant it to be initially more of like a half on, half off, but that's okay, because shells always come to a point anyway, so this will just come to a base on the top. And I'm just using my dotting tool, excuse me, and just lightly going around in circles. Oh, she did see it. Oh, she's watching. Oh, look at that. That's awesome. I love that. That's so cool that she can, you know, see me from afar. And I tell you, man, social media, it's fascinating. Sometimes it can be a pain in the tuchus, but sometimes it's really fascinating. I love that, you know, I have family and friends all over the world, and I try to keep up with everybody as much as I can, but you know, time zones and life and everything. So I love that with social media, I have a chance to check in on people and see them and say hi, and they can see me. Is my chat still? No. Y'all are still the thank you. There's 11 of you there. If you have not already, please make sure to hit the like. I appreciate you. I've got this yellow here that's a pearl. It's an iridescent pearl color. And I'm trying not to cover up too much. Is there anybody in the chat that has made shell nails before, that has any tips or ideas, best practices for these nails? Because I am all ears and happy to get help. This one is Ugh, as if. This is from one of the Hot Girl Summer collection from La Catrina Nails, Texas. It's a beautiful mauve. I don't know how to say that word. Mauve, however people want to say it, but I like it. And it's a cat eye. So what I'm doing now is I'm going back to where I had before, those two lines that were meeting, and just lightly laying some down on top. Because I kind of ran out of space, so. There we go. And then I'm going to get some more glow in the dark because we love some glow in the dark. And just put some touches with the yellow. And the awesome thing about La Llorona is that it doesn't have a really strong like color to itself, so it'll blend in very well to whatever you're doing with it. All right, and I'm about to pull through, but you can see it's getting a little muddled there, so I'm going to take a little bit of white and just do some quick lines. Okay, and a quick zhuzh of brown, and this is a different brown. This is Champorada? Yeah, Champorado. Bye, Christina. Thank you for popping in, pretty lady. I hope you have a good evening. And, you know, thank you for anybody that has popped in. This was a spur of the moment live. This was not planned. So, and we're almost done with finishing off this set of Sunset Beach nails. So, you can do this a couple of ways. You can use a really thin brush. You could use your dotting tool if you had any other like really thin tools. You don't want it to be too thick. I'll use the brush and we'll see how it goes. If not, I'll switch it up. And we just start at the top and just pull the brush through and wipe it and just try to keep the lines in some sort of like symmetrical pattern, because seashells are somewhat symmetrical. But if you run into any problems, don't worry about it, right? Oh, here we go. Oh, thank you, Dark Rainbow. I got them from the Cat Prince. If you go to thecatprince.com, Darren is the gentleman that makes them. He's amazing. These are the lip smacking nails designed. If you want them, you just tell him you want the lip smacking nails special and he'll help you out. Because it's a set design, so he already knows what needs to be done for them. Ooh, look at that. Very nice. Now sometimes, like for this, right, this section here is a little bit bigger. I'm going to risk it, and I'm going to pull back through it the other way. Maybe it was a bad thing. Maybe it was a good thing. I don't know. I'm just going to go with it because I already did. That's the great thing about art. It is what it is. It's what you make it. There we go. Perfect. All right, and I don't think I'm going to play with this too much more because if you play with it too much, then you run the risk of it just turning into one big mess, and you don't want to do that. But don't do what I did on one of my nails. I forgot to zhuzh it before because remember we put cat eye, so you need to. Can you see like the lines in there? The cat eye is coming through. You can see where the cat eye, the magnetic polish, is popping up and showing different designs. So if you use a cat eye, make sure right there, you see it at this bottom right here, you'll see where that berry, oops, sorry, it's out of focus. This is like, come here. I'm trying to get to the sweet spot. Sorry, there we go. But see, you can see that berry is going in and out. Yes, the zhuzh. Oh, that berry adds such a pretty, like, extra little pop of color. Now, I'm not going to, but if you wanted to here, you could put a little more berry in and just swirl it up a little bit more. And it's your nail. You do what you want with it. And it's cool because some of the chrome is still sticking through, popping through the bottom too. All right, perfect. Ooh, and it's hard too because you have to, like, you get it in the perfect and then you're like, okay, don't touch it again. No more zhuzhing. All right, to the lamp. All right, and this is the other nail that I did before. That's how it came out. I think it's very pretty. Oh, and look, the gel on the gem, on the heart, it smoothed itself out. Look at it. It's so pretty. I love it. And what I'm going to use now, again, this is my hand chow top coat. I love this stuff. It was like a $3 top coat that I got on Temu forever ago. But I love using it for a lot of nails because it works very well. I don't put it on my natural nails because I can't, but I can put it on tips. And it's beautiful. And I'm going to dunk it back in, clean it off. And so I'm covering, again, remember I said it's a design choice, right? If I wanted my facets to pop on the gems, I would not cover it with top coat. But because of the nature of this being an oceany set, I want it to look more like sea glass than like a gem per se. So I'm covering, and I want to make sure every nook and cranny has some top coat and it's covered. Now here's the point where if it's too much, you can pull some off. Like here it's pooling. Pull it off with your brush and just wipe it off. Or you could, if you wanted to, you could also use a little, I can't pick it up. Not this one because it's used, but use one of the little wipes too. You could kind of dab in there and just to pull if there was too much, if I wanted to take it off, if it was pulled up in places. But just make sure it's completely covered, that you've got no dusties, no floofs. And just smooth it on out, make it pretty. And that every edge is covered so it seals in all of those elements. Now when you are using the metal pieces and the pearls, you definitely want to top coat those because those will get chipped away. Gems are the only ones that you do not necessarily want to, unless that's the look you're going for. If you hear breathing or noise at the door, that is my puppy telling me that, Mommy, it's time for family time. It's really funny to me. It cracks me up. But they know, like, when it's this time of the day, they're like, Mom, where are you? It's time to come hang out with the family. There we go. So I'm going to cure this real quick. And I can hear him banging at the door because he's like, where are you? All right, so I've got this. I think it's just Coda right now. But I can hear them sniffling at the door and, you know, huffing at me like, Mom. They're so freaking cute. Okay, and so we are going to go back to the crazy top. Now, this is the part where I said I'm still working on trying to improve my skills because, you know, in a shell, they are ridged. So you want to put those ridges in, and some nail artists are just amazing at this. I am improving, but I'm not like super whizzy. So I've seen people do it with like brushes and they lay it down so beautifully. I haven't quite figured out the best way to do it for me yet. Thank you, Nana and everybody else. Yes, you're welcome, Lena. Give you the pink. All right, so I'm gonna pull out this I want to say it's like it almost reminds me of like, you know, candy when you watch people make old-fashioned candy. Hi, Nellie. Hello, beautiful lady. All right, so I'll get a little dollop and let's just start in the middle and keep it going. Let's try. I'm trying to lay it down and then just pull it up. And this is what I'm saying. Like, some people are really good at laying down these lines, and you know, we've all seen the shorts on YouTube where it just looks perfect and easy, and you're like, oh yeah, that's so easy, and then you're like, oh wait, it's not. So in theory, yes, it is easy. In practice, not always, but that's okay. Again, and it is a seashell, so you want to make it as nice as possible, but seashells are natural occurrences. They're not always perfect. So I'm trying to do just like a line or two, and then I will cure it so I don't lose the shape. And I had a little extra, so I'm wiping it off on the edge of the nail. See, the second one landed a little bit better. But if anyone out there watching has a better technique and a method, please, I am open to help and ideas, because I try to do it like a bubble and then thin it out. And yeah, easy as a Frenchie. Oh yeah, just, you know, just like a simple Frenchie. See, I use this to kind of like pull some off, make my line a little more structured. But don't wipe this on the jar, because, you know, you don't want the fuzzies on your jar. I'm just wiping it on the palette where I had my paint because I'm done with it. There we go. So I straightened out the lines a little bit. I'm going to try and put a little bit more of the crazy top on that second line that I did, and I'm going to cure them really quick because I don't want them to get completely ruined, so I can do some more lines. And we are making the seashell ridges. I don't know what the actual word is, or if there's a word, but I'm just making the ridges for the shells. And I'm pulling it off the end, and I'm using it because I'm using my dotting tool. I'm just using my dotting tool to wipe off the edge and catch it. And I'm checking. Those look decent enough. I'm gonna flash cure this real quick so we can do some more. Quick. With a quick style. And ba-bam! Here's the other nail that we did. Oh, drive home safely, Nellie. Love you so much, pretty lady. Look at that, so pretty. Oh. All right, that one's done. And let's do some more ridges. Again, hello, my name is Alicia. I am Glam Dragon Nails. Thank you for joining me. If this is your first time, please remember to like and subscribe and share. It helps me out as I grow my channel. I have a number in mind. When I'm almost at that number, but when I get to that number, I'll have some giveaways. I have some very beautiful nail items that I know some of you have been wanting for quite some time. So I will be having those in giveaways, but it's just not time yet. I haven't hit the number yet. But we're close. See, I tried to like be slick and do it fast, and it's still kind of bumpy. That's okay. You know what? I'd rather put a little extra and wipe it off than have to fight too long. Okay. This is nail surgery, I tell you. Nail surgery. But again, you know, it's nails. And don't get me wrong, I am someone who will spend hours just to get the perfect line. But sometimes you have to just go with it. So I'm trying to give myself some grace and just work on completing the design versus trying to make everything completely perfect. And I do have some air bubbles in here, and I'm torn. Part of me thinks I should pop it, and part of me thinks I should leave it because it is a seashell, so. Yes, Kel, she says art is expressive and unique, like a shell design. This is very true. I love seashells. My TT, who I said caught some of it. I don't know if you're still watching, but she and I would, when we went to the beach, we would spend hours just looking for like really cool shells that we liked, and I had so many. Thank you, Nana Ange. I appreciate you. Okay, so just trying to get another line in here. Almost. We are almost done though, so once these lines are done, I just have to add a few gems and bits and bobs, and then top coat, and then this set will be done. And I will show you all of the glow-in-the-dark hidden bits that I have on here too. So stay tuned for that. Or if you're watching a recap, feel free to fast forward along and go to the good bits. That's okay. You will not hurt my feelings. That's okay. All right, so I have another line. Let's try to get one more. Oh, okay. I'll try to keep it. She says I keep putting it too close and it gets blurry. When I hold it close, it's because I'm trying to look at it with my eyeballs, so I'll try to make sure it stays further away so it doesn't get too blurry on everybody. There we go. And again, I'm just pulling up some of the crazy top gel medium. And I'm going to go on the opposite side, put a little dot, and pull it. Well, that one actually worked out fairly well. I'm impressed. I just have to smooth it out a little bit. Nice. All right. I am not fussing with that one. That one is good. But I am going to fuss with the one on the other side. Because that one came out so nice. I'm like, oh, man. Oh, there we go. Yeah. All right. And you know what? There are some air bubbles in here, and that's okay. Just clear up the edge of the line. Yes, if this is also the first time you've caught me live, I do sing on occasion. I am not a singer, so I fully acknowledge that. I'm sorry if I break your ears a little bit, but you know, that's what you do when you're having fun. You just do a little sing-songy. Now, I understand the Disney, you know, the sing-songs that happen. Sometimes you just get a little singy. Get singy with it. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm getting silly. Okay. Okay. Perfect. I'm just gonna I'm gonna need my shell bits. I don't need my champorado anymore. I don't need the base coat anymore. Okay, let's get these last few lines. We just need a few more. You can see the ridges. I already have all the designs underneath it, but because the crazy top is a non-wipe, you could also put a little, what am I trying to say? Like chrome powder, a little iridescent. So if you wanted to add some more designs and levels, you could always add that on there too. All right, I'm gonna do just a few more lines and we are done with this. Oh, we're in the final stretch. Chrome, thank you, love. Yeah, I was thinking of like iridescent flakes too, like some flakies or anything to make it. Thank you, Titi. Te amo mucho. She said, I'm awesome. That's right. I'm awesome. Do you hear that? Titi said so. And if you don't agree, you get the chancla. No. Not entirely serious there. Oops. This was a little too much, perhaps. Pull that off. Look at these strings. All right, let me just do. Thank you, love. Cal says looks so good. And pull it, drop it like it's hot. Yes, you do want to drop it like it's hot because drop it like it's a shell. I'm gonna ploop it, little ploopity ploop. All right, perfect. Yes, ploopity ploop is a technical term. It's used when describing the sides of glue and shells. Yes, it's a thing. Yep, look it up. And you just have to look it up in the Alicia dictionary of made-up terms. Okay, and right now there was a lot of big clumps, so I'm cleaning it up with my dotting tool. And then what I want to do is smooth out anything at the bottom. Now if it flattens out at the top, I don't mind so much because I am going to put some shells and gems and things up there, so that's okay. I just want to be able to not have anything around the edges and dropping off the sides. There we go. Okay, so come here. Come on. All right, so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to keep this upside down, and I'm just going to take this clean cloth and wipe along the edge so I don't have any, right, this is a nail that somebody has to wear, so you don't want to have any overhang or extras. So I'm going to clean it. If you do, by some chance, end up with a clump off the side, you can always just file it. It'll be fine. That's not a problem. All right, so I'm gonna use this again. I need this to put on the gems. We're almost done with this. Let's see what I got. Okay, I don't need this anymore. I'm trying to clean as I go. No boogs. Yes, no boogies. We don't want any nail boogies. I am done with my, I used Vetsy Chrome. This is Dawn. This is the color that I used. Don't need that anymore. So let me put that away. I do have Miss Lynn Nails 81, the beautiful Tata. I have lots of bins to make my chrome homes. I just haven't had a chance yet, so I am looking forward to do those to get everything organized. See, like these are some really fine flakes. I ended up not using them, so, but this is something you could use if you wanted to. Oh, this is a Air from La Catrina Nails, Texas. This is the pearly yellow that I used. I'm sorry. This is from the Elements collection. It's beautiful. So this is what I used in the shell design. I also used Mis Intimidades. That was the pastel, or not pastel, I'm sorry, like the nudie pinky color. It's a beautiful nude. Okay, I need the flakes. I need some of these. All right, let's get that shell out. Ooh, so cool. And look, it's still like, yes, you can see the extra gel that I added on top, but the nail itself is still thin. So that's what you want to make sure when you're making things. Don't make it chunky. Mis Intimidades. Is that what you're asking, Cola? What was the nude color? Mis Intimidades. My Intimates is the name of it. My Intimates. And I believe Monica is having this as part of her standard collection. I think my camera is showing it up a little more orangey peachy. It is a little more pink than it's showing up on camera. Thank you, love. Okay, so we've got this here. I'm not going to top coat it. Usually I will top coat before I put stuff on, but I'm going to top coat everything, so it doesn't matter at the end. I will say, though, for some people, and this is my choice, the top coat, it might smooth out some of the ridges, so you just have to be careful, be aware of that. A way to avoid that would have been to just top coat before I started doing the shell pattern, but I did not, so that is okay. So just get a little glug of glue and just smush it on wherever you want your things to be. I'm just placing it down. Okay, let me cover this so I can get that out of the way. Oh, you know what? I did use, on this thumbnail, you see I've got the pearl with the gold frame, and that came from this set, which I got off of Temu. And I don't get to use these very often. I wish I had a blue one, like one of this that was a circular, because she loves blue, but I do not. So I'm going to get off one of these bigger ones because it is the thumbnail, so I think I can get away with a bigger one. Remember, close it. Yeah. I'm just gonna pop it on there. Thank you, Nellie. I appreciate it, love. Well, see, this is what I need to. I have been wanting to sell press-on nails for a long time, so have some lives, make some nails, sell the nails. That's what I've got to do. All right, and I have these other gems that I left down here too that were really pretty, so I'm just going to add them on. And again, there's no rhyme or reason to how I do this. I just arrange it to whatever feels right. What looks good, what feels right. And I do want them to match but not be matchy-matchy to the other nails. Oh, thank you, pretty lady. All right, so I've got that. And what's cool about this mocha gem is it matches the chrome that's on the other nails, right? Where the cat eye is and the chrome, so they match. All right, and let's put on some other fun things. Let me use some of these dots. Oops. Get one of these. I don't want two, just want one. And that's what a lot of, I know some people have problems with clusters and putting gems and, you know, figuring out how to do it. And a lot of it really is just plopping it on and doing what feels right. Now, if you are trying to do a specific shape and design, then yeah, you need to be precise. But if you're just having fun with it, then just go with it, you know? And I don't think, no, I didn't put a shell. I put stars, but I didn't put any shell. So let me get another shell. Hi, Nellie. Yes, I agree. Oh, hi, Lorna. Hello, welcome. And my TT, Jenny, my TT is watching. She's not in the chat, but she is watching. And something I'm going to tell her so she knows, because she doesn't right now, is that I have friends from all over the world on this chat right now that are chatting along. So it's so cool. Miss Lorna, who just joined us, is in the UK. My friend Kels, she has my birthday twin. Her birthday is the same day as mine. She is Irish, but she's in the UK as well. My friend Linda, UK Linda, was on earlier. I don't know if she's still here. It is late for them. We is everywhere. Yes, you are. Yes, everyone is everywhere. I have a lot of friends from across the US and in other countries as well, so it's just so cool. Love being able to connect with everybody. Oh, there we go. See, I just smushed it in, right? And you want to build around it because I don't want it, it's a big piece and I didn't want it to take over, but by smushing it in and kind of burying it a little bit, and I'm going to bury it a little bit more, it'll blend in nicely without taking over the nail, which is what I don't want it to do. And I keep playing with this one because I like it, but I'm not loving it yet. So it will either get moved or it'll get pulled off. I don't know, but I kind of like how it mirrors this nail, right? Because I had those little, so that's why I'm leaving it there for now. Smushed. Yes, I'm using very technical terms on this live. I'm very professional, very prof. And I've got these little mica flakes again. We're going to pull these puppies out some more. Eek. And it is sticky. So I'm going to just find a few pieces because this is a shell. So I want this to be the shell. And they add a little shimmer and shine that's just so beautiful, right? These are seashells. They should have some beautiful parts. I just realized I said a lot of the S sound. Should like shush, 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 the seashells by the seashore, like whoops. If that got a little confundus, I apologize. There we go, and I'm just placing some of the mica flakes, excuse me, to imitate shell. I'm popping them in. And I love it. They put just like a hint of shine. All right, and see, like I can already see there's a hole there that it needs some rose gold accoutrement. So I think we're going to do some of the caviar beads. And I think I need a little bit. I'm going to use the smaller end. I've been using the bigger end, but I'm going to use some of the smaller end to be a little more precise. Put some more glue around. Again, don't worry if it gets messy because we're going to clean it before we cure it. It's all part of the process. If it gets blurry, please somebody let me know. I'm sorry, I'm trying to keep it down. Put some little beads around, some caviar beads. I love caviar beads to finish off a look. And I've learned, you know, if you put the glue down ahead of time and, you know, use your tool, put some glue on your tool, it's much easier to pick them up and move them. I did not know that when I started, and I had a lot of very frustrating moments. There we go. See? Just kind of moved everything around, made it flow. I don't want to put too much on this nail because we do have the full design with the shell underneath it, right? So I don't want to go super crazy, but I do want just a little bit more. I think I need one of these flat. Oh, I did want to put some more shell down too. Hold on, some mica. And the mica, it breaks off and it flakes. If you don't know, mica is a natural mineral, I want to say, and it will flake. It forms in really tiny, thin layers, so you can break it and flake it and move it around. And some of these are in chunks, so if I want to break down the chunks, I'm kind of smashing it on the nail because of the design. It can hold up to it, excuse me. And there we go. See, I'm smushing again, very technical. I'm hiding it up underneath and around. Oh, that's the puppies. They are calling for mama. We're almost done though, so I will show you the finished design, and I will show you the glow in the dark because the glow in the dark part is going to knock your socks off. You are going to love it. And I do make fancy bottom nails, so if you have not seen it yet, if you came in a little late, you will see the fancy bottom that I have designed, and it you get to see that too. There we go. Okay, so I just want another flat rose gold. Off to camper duty. Oh, thank you, Nana Ange, for stopping in. I appreciate, love you. I hope you have a very smooth sailing camper duty week. Love you, lady. All right, and I'm going to get one of these small. They're like buttons. There's no other, like, I can't think of another way to say it. They're like little buttons. So I did get a button on there, but I feel like I almost need something else. It's almost done. Love you, pretty lady. All right. Maybe one down here. Maybe that's it. All right, let's try one more small button, and I think that might be it. It's about dinner time. Well, I know it's family time because the puppies are letting me know. Oops. It got stuck in the little ridge, so I'm trying to push it out. See if I can push it out. Put the mica flake as a barrier to keep it from falling. There we go. You thought this was just nail designs. Ha! This is also construction. Oh, I'm sorry if it's blurred out. Didn't mean to have that. And again, remember to just pushing along the top to make sure nothing sticks out over the top of the nail, right? Because somebody is going to wear this. You want them to be able to wear it without it getting damaged or poking them. Thank you, Kelly, for stopping in. I appreciate you. Have a wonderful evening. Okay, am I missing something else from this particular design? All of you fabulous people in the chat, like, do I need to add something else? Or is it good? I kind of feel like that's almost there, like something else is missing, but maybe I'm just too close. You know, sometimes you get too deep in it and you're like, but then it's really fine. That's perfectly beautiful. Ah, thank you, Kels. You're so sweet. You think it's perfect? Okay, Nellie, thank you. Okay, so the chat is speaking. It's good. I need to stop faffing with it and just messing around. No extras needed. All right, everything. Obviously, it's not going to be completely flat because it's ridged. All right, well, I'm about to cure it, and that's going to be that. So let me close this real quick. Let me just wipe around the edges again, make sure that nothing is sticky. You want to check the bottom, make sure that no glue or anything got on the bottom. Especially, you know, when I'm making something for somebody else, I'm extremely careful and extra to make sure that I don't mess anything up. Before I give these to her, obviously I'm going to box them up, but I'm going to polish them and do some final touches as well. But anytime I make something for somebody, I want to make sure it is perfect, like finished perfectly. So I want it to be as nice as possible. And then I'm taking this and going down, remember, because this has ridges. And in case there's any glue that got into any of the ridges that shouldn't be there, we're just wiping it off, keeping it clean. If there's any extra glue around the top, I just want to wipe it down. Oops. There we go. All right. Be careful with the mica because the mica is very fine. It almost pulled off. All right, here we go. I'm going to pop it. Ginny in the lamp. She's going to love them. Aw, thank you. Yeah, I think she will too. My very sweet sister-in-law has been wearing the same nails I made her 2 years ago, If you missed this part of the story, she sent me a message earlier this week and is like, "Oh, I lost one of the nails. I need you to make me a replacement." And I was like, "Oh no." I think I know what I used to make it. I have to go back. I would have to go back and look at all my pictures. But she's been using the same set for 2 years. I was like, "Girl, that's pretty awesome. A, but B, I will make you some new ones." So she doesn't know that this is what she's getting unless she happens to see this, which I don't think she will, because she's traveling with twins on an airplane and my brother's traveling. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at my arm. She's got 5 beautiful children and one adorable niece that are coming down with her, so she's going to be busy. She's not going to see this until I give it to her. All right, so we have that done. We need to top coat and make sure it gets into every nook and cranny and crack and place, because I want to make sure this is protected. Now, those other nails lasted 2 years. They're still going. She's just missing one, so if I can figure out what it is, I'll replace it for her, but I thought it was time she deserved some new ones, but I do want to protect these as well. I am also going to make her a more simple set. I imagine this would be like a date night or like a fun thing for her. So I'll make her some blue is her favorite color, so I'll make her some teal and some purple. She said lilac. So I'll make her some pretty lilac ones too that are a lot more simple and day-to-day. That'll be easy for her. And I'm making sure, again, you know, seal the edges, go all the way around the edges. And I think it's cool that some of the chrome details are still popping through, so it didn't get completely covered by the polish. And just making sure that I thin it out so there's no clumps of top coat anywhere, no clumps of anything. This will just be smooth polish. All right, we'll do this, and then I will show you all of the glow-in-the-dark goodness, and we will wrap up this live. Simple, yes. No, really simple. Although I did I did find some Frenchies that I kind of want to do for her, so we all know how simple Frenchies are, but we'll see. Getting my alcohol. If you have not checked my community page, please make sure to join, like, and subscribe everything. The Lip Smacking Nails Spooks and Sparkles boxes, I think I've got 15 that are unclaimed at this point, so we are running out soon. If you would like to get your box, just send me a message. Either comment on the video or my community page, or find me on Instagram. I am Glam Dragon Nails on all of the socials. Well, tickle the buttons, yes. TikTok, I don't go into as often, but I am Glam Dragon on TikTok. Instagram is probably one of the best ways to get to me, or YouTube here. Oops. We're also on Discord as well. If you don't know, I am the founder of Lip Smacking Nails on Discord. It is a nail group that is for all kinds of people. The boys, the girls, everybody in between. You just have to be 18 years or older. This is for adults only. But it is a social group for people that just love nails and want to talk about nails and make nails and enjoy nails and just enjoy each other. And friendship and camaraderie. We've gone even beyond that, right? There's all kinds of channels and avenues so people can talk about life events and different topics, and it's become a really wonderful place. And the big thing about Lip Smacking Nails is that you have to be a good person, right? This is not a shaming group. We do not put people down. We do not do negative stuff. This is all about positivity and raising people up. What did I say? Rising tide floats all boats or whatever. I always say I'm the captain of the cruise ship, and I am plowing along and lifting everybody up. So some of the gals have affectionately termed me La Capitana, which I like. Yes. Yes, good vibes only. Yes, Nelly. It's an amazing community. It really is. It has brought people together from all over the world, all walks of life, that might not have ever met before, but because they join Lip Smacking Nails, they've become friends, and I find that truly amazing. Yes, it's definitely so worth it to be a part of such a wonderful group. So if you are interested, you know, go to lipsmackingnails.com, or I'm sorry. Ooh, sorry. I'm losing my steam. Lip Smacking Nails on YouTube. The Discord link is in the bio to join the Discord. If you ever want it, you know, you can reach out to me. I will help you. I'll get you there. But it's a great community. And I would love to have you. We would love to. It's not just me, right? Because it's all of us. Oh, look at that. I can zoom in. Oh, holy manoli. This whole time I could have been doing that. That's okay. All right. So look at this. Oh, and really quick, last little plug. La Catrina Nails, Texas. I used Mi Sabor. This was the cat eye that I said added the pop of like cherry color. It was pretty. If you would like to purchase any of these beautiful polishes, go to lacatrinanailstexas.com and use code GLAMDRAGON for 10% off. She's amazing. Okay, now we get to the fun part. All right, so these are the nails. Yes, yes, lovely, lovely. Popping in. The nail stands came from thecatprints.com. And look at these babies. Oh, so pretty. This is the Sunset Beach set. And let me turn off some lights and we will get the glow in the dark show on the road. Because it's really cool when you see the glow. I feel like we're getting into really serious mode now, you know, like, hey, let's turn the lights down low and look at some glow-in-the-dark polish. As you wind down for the evening, thank you so much for joining Glam Dragon Nails. They glow? Yes, they glow, Nelly. Ooh, do they glow? Look, this is just the lid. This is just the lid for the La Llorona. Look, it is so bright. It is showing, it is casting a reflection on my hand. This is just from being on the desk. Look, this is the palette that I used. See where the La Llorona was? Look at that. That's why I say. Ooh. Ooh. Now, not everything on this top glows, but look. So I made the shells have glowy bits, right? Because sometimes there's some phosphorescence in the bay. And then, remember, I do fancy bottom nails. So I will show you the fancy bottoms. They glow on the bottom too. Secret messages. Look at this. Look how the glow, the reflection of the glow on my finger. And then the glow, that was underneath. So the underneath part didn't even get the direct hit of glow yet. So there is so much. Hold on, I just got to flip this so I can show you. And see, look, fancy bottom nails, right? She loves blue, so I have hollow blue glitter. Let me just try to take off the sticky tab so I can show you a little bit. Eek! It got away from me. I always do fancy bottom nails because that's me, that's my style, that's what I like. I like to put little hidden things on them. And I think these are a little bit shorter because, again, my sister-in-law has young ones. But even on the long ones I put little hidden bits and pieces. You know, this is a different set I did. So it's a beach fancy bottom. That's my signature fancy bottom style, and for press-ons that I'll make for people. But here we go. See, I'm just turning a couple over so you can see, I think, what I did. Now, and some of these, and this is what I love about using La Llorona as well. Let me put the sticky tab on here. And look. So it just looks, you know, it just looks like pretty, right? Pretty. It's just pretty. Well, let me get my flashlight. Let's turn that off. And I might need to put them in the lamp or get my other lamp, because those will obviously charge it faster. But oh look, just from that little bit, look. See? I have some lips and some hearts, and I put little hearts. And then part of the reason I put the little hearts is when nails are really short, sometimes it's hard to tell which side is which. So I'll put little clues so you know which is the cuticle side and which is the tip. But see, the XOXO, love you. Yes, and these are for my sister-in-law, who I love and adore. And, you know, blue is her favorite color. So look at this sparkly, pretty blue for the bottom. And I will, I did made a boo-boo. See, I went over, so I'm going to clean that up. Before I give it to her, I will clean it up and make sure it's perfect. But, ta-da! And Sandra, you just got home, so I don't know if you got to see the, this is the top, hold on, top side with the, hold on, let me take the sticky tab off because the sticky tab is kind of ruining it. So this is the top, right? This is the thumbnail we did, and glow, shell glow, right? So that is what we've got today. And I'm almost at a milestone that I have been trying to reach. When I hit that milestone, I have a beautiful alebrije set that might just be in a giveaway. A complete alebrije set at that too. And for those of you that don't know, the alebrijes are the glow-in-the-dark collection from La Catrina Nails, Texas. So this La Llorona isn't in there, but there are beautiful other colors that are included in that collection that I adore and love, and they're so beautiful. So yes, there is plenty of beauty to come. I was trying to see if I had that other nail right here I could show you, but of course it's out of my sight, but that's okay. I'm not gonna keep you any longer. But thank you for joining, and I hope you enjoyed these nails. Let me know too if you like this format where I did most of the set ahead of time, and then so I just showed you how I did some of it, so you could still see the technique and what I do, but it's not hours of me painting. So let me know, you know, if you would prefer to watch me paint the whole thing, or if you just want to see half of the painting, you know, whatever you want, I'm cool with. I have a lot of artwork that I need to share with everybody. So yes, I know this, and I will get it going. But this is it. So thank you so much. I love all of you who came. Thank you so much for watching. Oh, there we go. Thank you for all of the UK ladies who are hanging out, even though I know it's really late at night for you. I know you need some rest, so sleep well, sleep tight. And everyone across the U.S., love you. Thank you for popping in. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Besitos. And thank you. Just, thank you for being here. And I will try to put pictures up of the other sets I make for her. I say that I'm trying to make some simple ones, but y'all know me. Simple will still be complicated. Oh, well, the sticky tab's there, but that's okay. We'll just leave it upside down. All right. And if you are interested in nails, I have thought about selling them, so keep your eyes open. Or if you want something, just let me know. All right. Love you. Have a fabulous... Simple Houdini. Yes, I make my Simple Houdini nails. Love you so much. All right, I gotta zoom back out. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Karina. I appreciate it. Thank you, Sandra, Nellie, and everybody. Thank you so much for staying to the end. I hope you all have a fabulous evening. I love you so much. Yes. Bye. There we go. Bye. And now I'm going to go. My nails are naked, but I'm going to go to Disney next week. So I'm going to have some spooky Mickey nails next. Excited. Bye, loves. All right. And adios. Am I done streaming? Yes. Oh, come on. YouTube doesn't want me to stop. Okay. Bye, loves.